I don't want to die, dude.
You don't want to die?
No.
Why not?
Phails at philosophy.
I just had this thought, like I talk about death meditations and I think about, it being, I want to be around my kids. I want to keep being a part of something.
Right.
Even though it's, not great a lot of the time. Like I don't want to not be with these people. I don't want to stop this.
Right. I think the argument here would be that
Sad.
that's the grasping, like that sadness, that desire to stick around is the grasping that keeps you from liberation. That's if you buy the whole story of liberation, right? There's an argument to be made. You don't have to accept the Buddhist argument, right? That liberation,
Right,
as they're, as conceptualized, is the thing to go for.
but then it's all just I'm just applying some mental construct in order to feel comfortable in the present moment about the inevitable. I'm gonna die.
Right. Like, is this all just a big,
Do I give myself a little heaven
big
thing?
complex story to talk about to myself to make me feel better about the fact that I'm going to die?
Yeah.
And if that's the case,
Might as well do a good one.
right? Like,
Give me the heaven. Give me the.
I think the argument would be like, even if it's the case that, yeah, you're gonna, then why not just go for it? I did this experiment once, again in my 20s. Obviously, I was doing a lot of weird experiments with myself, but I realized that I was terrified of death.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm terrified of death because I tend, when I think of it, I tend to think I'm just going to dissolve into nothingness.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, why don't I just get a good idea of an afterlife that works for me? And I'll just fake it. I'll just convince myself that's real. So I decided that like some form of reincarnation would be the best thing. And so I just it was about 2 years. I just was like, yeah, I believe in reincarnation. I'd convinced myself. I talked to everyone. I was just like, totally going to, didn't work. Couldn't convince myself.
Yourself was back there in cahoots. Yourself.
You
were aware of the self.
I know. It's like a curse. But I couldn't pull it off. Yeah. Sorry.
I don't know. I don't think I can pull it off.
So I just went the other way and was like, okay, I'm going to die. I'll just have to learn to accept
really
that.
Get into that.
Yeah. And just be like, all right, well, then my goal is to live as full a life as I can while I'm here. Right.
Well,
which is different, I think, than what the classic Buddhist goal is, which is part of why, even though I've studied with Buddhist teachers and taken the insights and done meditation, I'm not on that train. Right. I'm on a different train.
Which train?
Not a Buddhist train, a train that is really about living a life as best I can while I'm here. Right. And accepting that I'll probably die. And how can I?
Probably?
Yeah. I mean, all evidence is, I don't have any evidence that I'm going to die because it's never happened to me.
You don't know. It's uncertainty.
Right. It's an uncertainty. I don't know when it's going to happen. So like at some point, in all likelihood, 99 point to the 1,000th% chance I'm going to die.
Right.
And yeah, I want to be around for my kids. So instead of worrying about that, I'm just like, okay, well, I have
present now.
I have limited time with my kids. How can I be more present now?
Yeah. Because
how can I take advantage of the moments I have for what I want out of life?
Impermanence, I guess, for me in this moment, impermanence can be seen as little tiny deaths.
Mm-hmm.
Like this moment dies. When you leave here, I mourn the Grant Phillipness.
Right.
When my kids leave, I mourn this family thing. Like there is death in every occurrence.
So how can you accept those transitions that don't lead you to that suffering of the mourning?
Yeah.
Right. That seems to be what's going on here. I'm not yet convinced that the larger story about liberation, that if I just meditate right and I follow these eightfold paths, that I'll get this sort of cosmic liberation for who I am.
Yeah.
But I get a lot of benefit of studying Buddhism, as many other traditions, from the way it reminds me to look at the here and now. And I think, if you're going to have a theory of reality, one that recognizes that like the transitoriness, the change, the lack of identity.
Yeah.
That seems to be more consistent with my experience than trying to grasp onto some like fundamental substance like God that is the fundamental nature of reality.
I mean, this stuff
or some
blows
sort of
all that
particulars
way.
down to me, like all those. Like,
How do you go back to Christianity after this?
I mean, I think they're probably past there, but it's you know, at least from a philosophical perspective of these theories of what that would be. I mean, I think people, to go back to your question, I mean, I think it's addressing different questions,
Right.
for people,
Right.
that are important to them. But I think these kind of metaphysical questions, I think the history of Western philosophy within the monotheistic traditions and even within the dharmic traditions that are theistic, you know, like many of the Hindu traditions, I haven't been convinced they have good arguments that are better than this, right?
Yeah.
I find this seems to fit, but it's a fit, right?
It does seem to fit.
And I think
It's hard to get there, but when you do, it's like, it kind of makes sense.